I hear Chef Darrell.
Yeah, brother.
This man tell me.
I am aware that the People's Progressive Party does not want me as a leader.
Here.
The FBI is doing your investigation. Some aspect is coming back.
Wealth is not trickling down to the people of Guyana.
There will be additional questioning that is required. And that is, of course, I don't get involved with that.
What with Critic?
Yeah, brother.
It is important for Venezuela to understand that Guyana will not be bullied, threatened, or intimidated.
Hello, good morning.
What with Critic?
Here.
I hear Chef Darrell.
Yeah, brother.
This man tell me.
I am aware that the People's Progressive Party does not want me as a leader.
Here.
The FBI is doing your investigation. Some aspect is coming back.
Wealth is not trickling down to the people of Guyana.
There will be additional questioning that is required. And that is, of course, I don't get involved with that.
What with Critic?
Yeah, brother.
It is important for Venezuela to understand that Guyana will not be bullied, threatened, or intimidated.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, guys. A great morning. I'm just looking at my intro and telling the guys. I see big news source at the bottom of the intro. Big news source. At the bottom of me intro, me morning live intro. You gotta give credits to news source or take it out. Well, it is news, and I'm thinking, no, but I don't want to feel like I piggyback him and I'm news sourcing and if I piggyback on. I is independently the biggest single individual. So if you look at it and think I try to piggyback when you think people just look at these small things, I don't know how you miss them. Good morning, guys. A great morning to all of my followers and supporters, and welcome to the Hungry Bellies and the Low Lives. Yeah, Scrapeheads, you're welcome too. Everybody's welcome here, right? I have come to the opinion, and I's a Nimakara, man. I's a Harry. I am by far not the most perfect person. I'm not the most eloquent individual. I'm not as eloquent as I should be given the portfolio that I hold, right? But I'm suiting to the environment that exists, that is considered Guyana, right? So, normally if I discuss things, if I start talking about brain surgery, you got to take what I'm saying with a pinch of salt. But I've been around since 2011 politics, 2015, 2020 elections, and I've been viewing my opinions. I've been right 95% of the time. I said the PVP will win in 2020. I will tell you when it comes close to the election, and I watch him going on. I can't make a decision now, but I'm watching at what's going on. And I'm saying this morning, the PNC, the once great PNC, now gone to the dogs. Even God has forsaken them. Being a God-fearing individual and knowing that the PNC is predominantly a Christian party, because this is how they present themselves. They don't go above and beyond for nobody else. The PNC is mostly controlled by Christian blacks. Even when you're talking to people that said, oh, they're from upper echelons and these kind of things. They see themselves a certain way. Like God himself put them down here. But you have to take into consideration that God himself has forsaken the PNC, wants nothing to do with them anymore. I want to show you these things. The opposition leader And some of the PNC members went out for do meet and greet yesterday. Some way they posted on the page. This is on the PNC page, you could look at it. Look at this. Well, the green, there's this thing out, right? Chroma key don't even recognize the green. This girl reading this thingy, he's sharing out, they got to look for people. Azadine Mohammed has been able to maneuver himself and go and draw PNC crowds in PNC area. And PNC members wearing the PNC jersey got to go walk and look for people. Watch this. This is not no walking through villages looking for people. School children, and meeting school children and explain to them and talk into them. They're going through the market, arcades and different places. This is PNC people. This is green jerseys that got and it chroma key out because we studios has used chroma key. Walking and looking for people. For photo apps. The great PNC buddy. And if Mazri Mohammed say you got a bell drum, a Rosignal, people coming out. So effectively, as a result of their stupidity, assuming that people playing, they have given up. And God has given up on them. It is sad that that's the reality. You watch the pictures. Watch all these people around here. It's PNC people who go walking. Norton. Well, the honest truth is this chroma key is not lying. Norton is partially invisible. This is true. Norton is mostly invisible. So it's like if you put AI to operate the studio and it's looking for people. This is a real person. This is not much of a person. Yes, sir. He mostly invisible. The same set of old goons, they're wrong Norton. You get a laugh. Yes, sir. What am I bike? CG, new helmet and everything else. You ask if you voting. You ask if you get a bike in PNC time. Right? Now Norton got take out picture. They're doing photo apps to their own people. Right? Watch. Imagine you running through photos. This is the green jerseys. You take your photo up to your own people, which you're supposed to looking for voters. These people are done. They're done there for you. This is a professional protester. This big lady, I know she. Every way, runabout and cuss and thing. You understand? She there. She's a professional protester. Watch, when they sit down, they talking to one another. This man, well, he only got on a green jersey by chance. This looks like Linden. This looks like Wismo. This looks like Linden. You know, Norton is from Linden. Larton is a Lindener. And imagine Norton got for go by C, this is the market, by C62. A. Adams got go by Adams to meet. Adams wouldn't come for meet. Adams would go for meet Azadine. They got to explain to these people now why they did what they did and why they need them again. Watch walking down the road and looking for people. This is crazy. Look at the photos. Nothing got to walk and look for people, for find people for talk to. Nobody wouldn't go for nothing can announce he going because it can be bad, it can be embarrassing. Imagine literally having to walk the streets. Then when you're done, you got to take out photos with yourself to make up the numbers. But I can't make up these things. If I wanted to lie, I want to show you something more. I want to show you something more that just adds up to ridiculousness. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Critic.
Hey, buddy.
I want to take this opportunity to endorse Mr. President Irfanali, Dr. President Irfanali, for president for the upcoming election. Also, I would like to highlight something, and I wish that we can have some political intervention in terms of Victoria, man. Man, the road is so bad, man. I know we ain't getting no representation. We get into the NDC. Every time we go, then showing a little crush run, and referee.
I'll have James Bond come and check it out. James Bond, who's now a member of the PPP, has been working hard for those areas. I'll have him come and check it out. I'll give him your number. Let him call you soon.
Very well, very well. Thank you very much, sir.
Most welcome.
Good.
Yeah, partner.
Yeah. You finished outside, trouble, I will put your flat still outside. To take the mesh.
Yeah, the framing is flat steel.
Everything is flat steel in. Alright, I will put 3 flat steel. That will be 1 length, half inch by 6 inch. I will get for that.
Mm-hmm.
And I will take 2 length, 2 inch by half inch around between.
Yeah, bear with me, guys. Bear with me. I got bear with me. This is nothing surreptitious for y'all here. Is something project I'm working on. Yeah. So, here up now. As soon as I done it, coming over by you, you're making preparation for start it up.
Start to get the wrong, back around. You think wrong, I was going
Roger that.
So that's what I'm thinking is
Well, set up the pieces, the ribs, and then I come in there and I can tell. Because I want 3 where the meshes them meeting. Here I'm not the outside mesh. I've been and find it yesterday. I know if boy show you, but I find it is 4 by 4. It's not 4 by 8. But that's still safe because remember we got 1 rib in the middle.
yeah.
So instead of 3 sheets, we using 6 sheets. 4 by 8. And it falls directly where all we ribs falling. So we ain't got a problem.
Yeah, man,
And that easy, that just push and press on and clamp on. Them, they got bolt down. Nothing a weld in them trommel. All them things got to be able to loose out and change. When you got the trommel spinning with sand and all the tonnage we plan to do it, within 6-7 months, every 6-7 months you got to change your mesh.
Okay.
Right?
All right. So you get up the practice today, or you don't get up that today?
Yeah. Coming over by you there just now.
All right. Because
See.
the glass practice set a big trouble today.
Roger that. We doing it. Come in for sit down by you. I got on a dirty pants here right now.
All right. Because he can't cook like the steel and Barbie.
Done left Barbies. He reaching Queenstown here anytime now since straight like this man and the man up in the road.
All right, good.
So he coming with the steel there. We can start cut up that too.
All right, good.
No play. Safe.
All right, good.
And they're working on a project. When I'm done, we can piece it together. We're doing later. You can take a walk with we, do some footage, we can talk about some things and so on. Then when you're done, you can come back by yourself. There's no use to go with me. I'm going to sit down on them and make sure they do work today. I just started a new project of building a gold wash plant. So I don't know if you know what drudging this be like in Guyana. We got videos and stuff with me doing drudging is land drudging, right? It's a very prehistoric thing. It's a wood box. And I decided to take on a project that takes us to a different level, you know, try new things. And so it's a whole technical thing. Not, I ain't reinventing the wheel. Outside got it, but the thing why billing, if you're going to buy one outside, is hundreds of millions of dollars. I try to build it right here with a steel bent thing with a welder man, and I make up my own thing and build it state of the art. So that's the project. And you always got something in your life you do, man. Build a foul pen or something. Mostly I just wasting your like bill of foul pen in your back. You ain't got nothing to do. When you come here, you have to do something. You have to have a project in your life. Don't let your project in your life be rum drinking. Me always had that, me always had a project in my life. Me always fix some old car, fix something. You come home, you put time and effort into something that will develop you. Rum drinking don't develop you. Put things into like your health. And like this thing I doing would be contributing to your wealth. But let me say you got a job somewhere. By the way, the young man that I spoke about yesterday, working with a government agency and doing a little contracting, why he said that he must spend the money, making him call me, but he did call me right away after because he's watching my program. And I told him, I said, me don't know if you spend the money, but I said you must call me because you spend the money. And he said he buy a truck. He got a truck. He gained a truck from his last contract. I'm proud of him. And when he called me back yesterday, because I get to miss call, when I called him back, he said, I was at housing looking for more work. And he laughed, he ain't got no connection. You walk in with government, a government agency, but not no ministry, a government agency, he working, he doing a little contract on the side, and he ain't got no connection. When he bid, he first bid, he asked me how for do it, what for do it. I said, this is what for do, come with good prices. Yesterday, now AI doing bill of quantities. When I do my wash plant and everything is AI using. AI is doing bill of quantities. Right? So I wish if I could have. Like I just watch people do educational thing and educate people how to do it by me and the patients. I can't take stupid and I can see stupid from a mile away. Or maybe me live the red level of maturity. If I want, I show you how to make money and somebody's willing to pay me $300,000 a month to follow me and I show you well what for doing, how for doing accounting and accessing loans and all them things though. No problem. I could hold classes at maybe $1,500 US a month. Or $1,500 US for 2 seminars that I educate you and point in the direction. Because look what I tell you the idea. You lie down in the bed and I research and I calculate, flying in. I want a foreign account, how you get a you got to go open ITIN, you got to do this, you got to do that. You got to do your research. But if I can think for you, why getting for it? Thank you. Watch the PNC there. Watch the PNC there, boy. Watch it. This is madness. Show this whole thing. This is madness. Watch it. This. This is what the PNC has come down to. By the way, this is showing, hold up, right? These are members of the PNC come to show their support. People in the PNC. But here what now? You imagine you're in the opposition leader office with a Banks beer and the other one got a GT beer? They have to get them thing for drink. For mustered up. There's feelings. You got drunk for mustered up feelings for the PNC. It's never said he went in a rum shop and meet them. They drink up and come in the man office. Nothing for president, nothing for leader. They had to be drunk to say that. And imagine there's your core people. Imagine your core people don't even know the place. You coming into office for meet an opposition leader, and you can't even rest down your beer because they don't find him worth that much for respect. They don't respect him that much. There's the drinking body. Norton is just a drinking body. I can't make up these things. Look at it, man. I make the video. Just a little thing for show. Imagine the whole video is 22 seconds. For 22 seconds, they're gonna rest down them run battle. You don't understand here. You gotta see me in action. We gotta do a back-end interview. One of the video we got put up with when TBN News and all the running. We gotta do a back-end interview with me, staff them. If somebody move right, say what am I doing? What the person doing? What is going on there? What is that? Nothing I don't miss. If me talk about it to one body, I call somebody as a message and say, yo, this is going. I don't like that. Left them to their own autonomy and for them to do the thing and get the experience. But you can't do your shipping is wrong, me. Me only run one news entity and couple companies, and me not encourage them shipping is that. I have never seen none of my staff at a beer battle and approach me except for the rum shop. One time when we started with Bellevue, I carry all them boys and carry them for drink. All about half an hour, sit down and laugh and get for them and say, yeah, I'll enjoy yourself. I gotta leave. You imagine people coming to freedom? I've never seen that. People come to freedom house with beer and rum in the hand. You try to tell me all of these people, the big one was skinning, whoever left in teeth she got there. What couple teeth were there? You try to tell me she ain't old enough for tell the rest of them know you don't operate like that. None of them know. The leader and all the followers don't know how to act. And here was the funny thing. Remember they in there behind the scenes? Me problem is, you in there behind the scenes? If you there behind the scenes drinking a part, what your ass? Me a cuss and talk all to anybody who wants me there behind the scenes. You do a little video for show the world. We all is the pun. And you can't even do that properly, buddy. What? Two beer. One got a GT beer, one got a, and from how these jersey fit, they just put them on. Then I fit them right. What this partner, he look like he got on a bathing suit, watch. He pressed the jersey from inside. The jersey ain't no flex. He barely pressed the jersey from inside. These are small things that you look at and you ask yourself, these are the people you gotta remember. Like, you ever see Trump slip the other day, his news. I like me, I got up on par all the time. Luckily for me, my behavior been one way or this. If somebody hears something with me cussing, it's Critic. It's Critic. Is that not new? Because me and I ask everybody to vote for me. I would want, I think if I throw my hat in the ring, and there's likelihood I might turn up nomination day. Because if I say right now, I'm looking for credible people and I'm looking to run for at least a seat. Right now it's happening. I feel highly likely I could get 3-4 seats. I ran the campaign for the tripartite that got the seat for Lennox Schumann and Asha Kisoon and Anok. Hello, good morning. Hello? Right? I run the campaign. I know for run campaign. I tested it and win a 1 seat. I got the ability. I got everything, all the resources. What I've not reached is the acceptance or level of maturity that when I promise y'all what I'm going to do, that is what I'm going to do. This is the only thing. If I promise you accountability, transparency, development, and everything else, That is what I'm going to deliver. And when I go in for a seat for Creator Ruckus. I can't tell you, oh, I will build all the bridges. Let the PPP build the bridges. What I will do is watch over them. Am I willing to promise you at this time? I sit down thinking. Because me going to tell you something, will you record, and then you able to come back and say, what we saying, what we doing? If you send me in, effectively for me to range for tighten up or slacken up PPP's operation. Because when you run, you got to run for presidential candidate. But everybody know nobody can win the PPP. The PNC, watch where they come down to. You got drunk a few people for the come and show support for you. You understand? So you get that, like people, if I say I come in, specifically, yes, run, you gotta run as presidential candidate, you gotta get 300 something people for sign you and all them things that you got full all the posts. But I calculating you are going for one seat. For put forward certain things. I campaigning based on one seat. Me ain't gonna tell you about no bridge I gonna build in Ireland because I can't promise that it makes no sense. Because I know no way, shape, or form I could win. The PNC, the AFC, and Mohammed is delusional. The law doesn't allow you to come back together. After, at the rate where they're going at, what is split up, they're done. They're done. Because if Mohammed get a one seat, he's still going to jail. If Mohammed get a couple seats, the only thing saving is if he say, listen to me. Y'all save me, the PPP. And he vote with the PPP. Let me say Mohammed get a seat or 2 or 3. With a minority government that has nothing to do with this law, he still is going to be extradited. And he got a trump card now, you know what I mean? He had joined back with the PPP. The PPP would never lose the opportunity of getting the votes. Because it's always not Mohammed doing anything. Once you get 2 seats, you ain't doing nothing. All you got to do is vote with the PPP. People are seeing this game. The PNC will never vote with the PPP. They want to create confusion. Mohammed got a jail sentence with TV and extradition. He just got to tell the people, listen, I can vote through certain things. Constitutional changes is going to make. It's 43-1. Let's say he got couple, me got couple. When I come in for 5 years for Senate, I running, yes, you got to run. Anybody going to run for presidential candidate. I am fighting for seats, 5, 3, 4, 5 seats. With the intention, I say, I carry through this. Let the people build the country. They don't get the network. I will vote with the PPP and support the PPP if they were willing to do this, the things that they're not willing to do. You understand? I telling them straight up, over the process of 5 years, I got 2 motions that I want to put forward that I looking for pass through every year, 10 motions. And I run in for those motions. More rights. Where is it? We agree. Me ain't got nothing in my head. Me like the PNC would come and tell you something, a fictitious number. You understand? Me like the PNC, I can't come and tell you a fictitious number. What are some of the things? Total reform from the top of the Guyana Police Force. Total reform of how it operates and so on. Make it a motion in Parliament that we can agree on. And I telling them in advance. So when I campaign, I turn to the people and tell the PPP, if I come through this, what I want. Don't worry me. If I pick up some people from you, I pick up some people from PNC, pick up people all about the place, pick up people like me. I just come in for do this thing. Not them thing where the man promise they gonna do this, they gonna give so much for rice, they gonna give some, you know what going on? Any one of y'all could come up and counter what the PPP is doing. You know the mechanism? Mostly y'all can't run your fucking house. Y'all wanna run a country? Me and all the glories and the thing me do 2 contract. One give me a little problem. Pump station me there work on them. We start back now. It's a learning process. But you feel me little experience in bush and pump station and the couple housing scheme of my bill and this news entity of my bill could add up to me managing a country. I could come now and pit myself against Irfan Ali. Who been in housing? How you believe Irfan Ali could have conceptualized in his head the Heroes Highway and so there's plans he had in his head while he was in opposition. Plans that came to fruition or were planted since he was housing minister. Imagine me falling now. Me still let's get private housing and now trying to figure out just me, the contract between me and housing. You imagine trying to figure out the hundreds of contracts, the thousands of houses being built and all them things now? Well, you got ministers to do, but still you have to have an understanding of what's going on. You have to have an understanding. You imagine me coming and telling Irfan Ali. When I talk to Irfan Ali, when I talk to the president and the vice president, I talk about a singular thing. I say, man, I think. Like Jack Dew. Many times when the man with a voice, I said, partner, these people are rigging this thing like this. You know, the man said, relax yourself. When I telling Jack, watch Muhammad's watch, you didn't see him, man. Relax yourself. I learned from 2020. Once he ain't worry, you don't worry. Here I asking the question. I still forcing me way. I still curious. I still asking. Let me watch them this one more time. That's the all-inclusive party, by the way. No. Two minutes and then come on. Jesus Christ. I don't worry them for now. So, I'm telling you about Jagdew. I asked the questions. I asked the question. What's this thing? You and Muhammad got something or what going on? And they ain't said nothing and they said something going on. People doing their work and this and that. Because I wouldn't do anything when it comes to public information. I would do nothing surreptitious against you people. You know that I'm genuinely asking Jagdew questions in front of his face on your behalf. I wouldn't ask you anything I wouldn't ask Jagdew. You hear them questions I ask him to scam me and say, wait, you and Jagdew get around? He's saying I don't do get around. The people who want to know these things. Somebody asking the question, they even asking in the comments. You understand? This whole thing with all this excitement. You think Jagdew is pay people for come out? You think people just come out for see Muhammad because of his intellect? Come on. Come on. Come on. Let me be factual. Has Muhammad ever said, Azrin Muhammad ever said anything? One sentence, string together a sentence that would attract people? Y'all ever listen to Jagdew talk? You ever listen to Jagdew bowl and bat for 2 hours at a press conference? Any and every question? You ever hear Jagdew stutter? Yeah, wake up. Yeah, see Jack Irfan Ali's performance. Eh? You ever see Irfan Ali's performance? Have you looked at how Irfan Ali has transformed from the first interview he had in my kitchen to where he is today? Meeting world leaders constantly, brokering deals for Guyana, and taking Guyana forward, making Guyana one of the most recognized countries in the world based on its GDP. Let me put where Irfan Ali has put Guyana into context for the uneducated if you didn't know. Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister of the largest democracy in the world, India, a country with 1.4 billion people, visited Guyana. If not the second, the third most powerful politician in the world. $1.4 billion people. India rivals China, who got America busy. You ever telling you? The leader of that country, the prime minister of that country, the president of that country is a figurehead. The prime minister of that country, based on its constitution, the prime minister of that country, I would want to think a Westminster model similar to what's used in England. The prime minister is the head and control things, make things happen. The manager, the prime minister of India visited Guyana. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Critic.
Turn off the thing in the background, brother.
Yeah, Critic, good morning. You got a show hot.
Turn off the thing in the background.
Yeah, Critic.
Yeah, my brother, talk to me.
Hey, talk to you. Yes, good morning, man. You got a show hot, right? And you're absolutely correct with the Prime Minister Modi came to Guyana.
No, but let me done. If you ain't got none for add, let me done.
I'm adding, let me finish too. The problem is that they voted against us in the border security stuff. Speak about that as well.
A fucking jackass. Who cares? He's a jackass. We talking about the third most powerful thing. You can't make war like Venezuela. You ever see how Jack D wants to deal with Venezuela? Yes, we have a stance and stuff, but we ain't antagonizing nobody. This jackassism he called for something important like he fucking smart. They voted against us. When they vote, before he come here, after? Did they finally invite you and say, my here, when you come here, must watch out for we, man. Don't treat me so. Venezuela's not you, friend. You's we, friend. We got East Indians living here. You ain't got no big East Indian population in Venezuela. Did he and Irfan Ali had attack? I gotta learn these things. As much as I'm not very, or don't use political correctness, when it comes to certain things, again, will you want to instigate a war? They're till over there with the UN thing. So, because of some strategic thing, they decided to vote in how. So let me tell you, let me break it down for you now. Partner's glad for your input, but I just giving you me counter to your input. Your input is correct. What he says, I don't know if it's a matter of fact. I don't know if India voted against us with the border issue. I don't know. I can't confirm that. I'm not denying it. I just say I can't confirm or deny it. But at this juncture, where we're building new relationships, forging new friendships, who gives a fuck what India did? Modi was here, and I'm telling you, so to put it in the context, because he take away from the whole thing, he should have just shut the fuck him out and listen. He and the next jackass were in the background trying to turn up the value for his ear by answer. Right? Modi came here. And to put it in, for you to understand where we are on the world stage, India has villages. May not tell you about town. May not tell you Mumbai. May not tell you New Delhi. May not tell you Accra. These are places that I've been to. These are big cities. Little village. Like Blackbush. Like how I got Blackbush. Aboabis and Bushlat. One little village. India has villages that has 5 and 6 and 10 times the population of Guyana. Now why y'all follow me? India, of which the Prime Minister came to Guyana, has villages with populations 10 times the villages. Cities are always going to have big population. Like on average, 1/3 of our population is on the coastline. A big chunk of that is in Georgetown. Because of Georgetown is strategically located. You hear what I'm telling you? What would cause a man to come to a country with 1 million people when he got a little village? No less than 10 major cities in India with millions of people. And one little village got more population. What you coming here for? You understand? We put the world stage, buddy. We are on the world stage. Somebody said a smell aisle. Obviously. Obviously. But you imagine smelling enough aisle for come from India to here? Why then go Suriname? Suriname got Ilto. Why then go Trinidad? Trinidad got Ilto? Well, they had for the last 100 years. Imagine smelling enough aisle. We're talking about the context. Now, why? And somebody's saying it's not here finally bringing. So you could come, you could catch a plane and come and just walk out and decide where you want to go and visit. It's not here finally bringing an official visit. Oh, all right. Now here finally invite you. Oh. So you imagine the president, you go, I want to come to your country, man. I want to visit and see you, man. By more, yeah, fucking illiterate than is known. The stats for literacy in this country is worrying. Illiteracy. Illiterate people. Yeah. He just come. Hey, here you got aisle, I want come. You got come for get an aisle? Here finally would have willing to go for go there and sign up a deal. He would have willing to go there and sign up a deal. Nobody got come no way. I got things moving from Borbistow to go to West Coast. I ain't left here. I make a call and it happen. I got equipment coming from Brazil to Georgetown for me. I ain't go to Brazil. I went to Brazil months ago and see what I wanted. And then I just decided to call back and say, this is what I want. President Ali went to meet Lula. President Ali is in Brazil right now, meeting Lula. It's not President Ali. Invitee? All right, but if I just say so, what you do? What I could do? If I is a punkanani, I got more sense than 90% of y'all. Where this country going by? Where this country going by? And I really fact, if I is a high school dropout, I is a punkanani. Me ain't got no degree, bano. Common sense is not so common again. You know, as a young child coming up, I always thought people kidnap me and bring me here. When I watch me teachers and the thing with just coming with me friends who we start in the school, I can't get something wrong with this, they didn't understand. They didn't understand something. They can't see this thing clear. I saying President Ali invited me. How else am I coming here, by? You know how diplomacy works. You think Narendra Modi would call Irfan Ali and say, man, I want to come to your country. What did Narendra Modi do when he come to Guyana? Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. These people don't even know how diplomacy works, man. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, but you got turned on the thing in the background. You want to hear yourself?
No, sorry, man. Yeah, I'm watching you right now. So I want to make a little comments because they're building a street at Golden Fleece to reach the cemetery, and they stop 10 feet before the cemetery. I'm living in Florida, but you know we donate money there to do stuff, and
donate money for the way? You donate money for build street?
No. Whatever got to do at the cemetery.
Well, don't talk, but don't mix it up. Don't mix it up before the people start getting your opinion that you donate some money for do something. Yes, sir. Don't mix it up. Keep the story straight.
Okay, we built a crossover to go to the cemetery. Forever it was like a swamp. So the thing now building to go to the cemetery, the street, and they stop 10 feet before the way you can walk in the cemetery.
Could you have built your walk-in closer to the road?
It comes all the way where the walk-in you can drive in. That's how I did it. But now they're making the street, they're paving it. So
is the street is how it is set up? Is the street of the air? Send pictures to me on WhatsApp.
I'm in Florida right now, but somebody is telling me I'm going to be in Guyana next month. I got to come visit you.
When you come, call me. I'll have a look at it and because I can't imagine they're trying for victimize you, because if government doing a street, they do a complete street. So 10 feet away from where you decide for build your entrance to you, the
entrance is there, already made.
Yes, but not at the end of the street, little past the end of the street.
Yeah.
So no, but you make it sound like if government build a street 10 feet short.
Yeah, it's 10 feet short. What day is it going to be?
All right, here.
Right now, dear.
Listen to me. Is the street complete? No, asking you, is the street that government built complete?
No, they're working on it right now.
No, but where it's stopping is at the end of the road, what originally was the gazetted road, street.
Right. Everything was dark. So now they're doing
Well, now we have to make a special request because you build your thing 10 feet away from where the street end. But I can't imagine how that happens. So I got to see the situation.
When I come to Guyana?
You call me.
Former Josh come and pick you up and don't have anything. But if
No, me doesn't got them time for them thing, the partner. If you got a couple million US, you want to invest in them, as that is a businessman, little money you're looking for. You tell me a problem, show me the picture, I get some help for you. I got about 5 minutes to talk to people waiting concern money for me. No use I like to you. Yes, sir. I even more brutal in person than I am when you see me on the life. Right? Say, brother, you take care. Me ain't got time for talk. I'm 45 years of age. Yes, sir. You believe I wind up like them fucking parents. People talk is count me whole life and then catch me saying that I get old and I ain't got nothing. No. You tell me what's your problem is I present myself as a person who could get things done or could highlight things. Yes, sir. You tell me what's your problem, we move in. Hey.
Hey, good morning to you, brother.
Morning, brother.
You made a statement just now about Guyanese and you were comparing yourself. I wanted to ask you a question. Would you accept some people, the majority of the people in this country are being led by a liar? There are some who think for themselves and they got the next set is being led by wild hogs. Think about what I just tell you there.
I get you, but I beg to differ. Here why. In Guyana, we got a problem, and I'm trying to fix that problem and educate people based on our circumstance. But if you look at we in the world market, you could go to countries where people are totally naive, and if it wasn't for a proper system in place, they would not have survived. They can't make it in this world. You understand? They wouldn't make it. And then you look at Venezuela and you realize the Venezuela come here and they've been doing well for themselves compared to we. So you got to compare yourself. It really and truly is a human thing. But I'm saying we could fix this thing if we educate the people. Because you got places you could go to Denmark, you could go to Japan, where there's a high level of education, discipline and everything else. Efficiency. You understand? You want to know if you're going to Mars? So why when I publicly beat up on my brothers and sisters is with the intention for the change the ways, knowing that better to uplift them. Yeah.
I understand. Now you were talking about education. You think the PNC ain't got educated people in it?
No. Here, the funny thing is, they're all educated ignoramuses.
Leadership is overboard.
No. Here. Listen to me.
For themselves.
A lot of the
starting for yourself. You see what she do? James Wan, he's starting for himself. You see what he do? And many others. As long as you can stand and think to yourself, and don't get a pack of wild hog leading you.
Hey,
all they're gonna do is lead you.
let me go through this press conference, but I want to talk about Ganesh Maipal press conference. No talking about the Libby.
Fair elections in Guyana. We wish and we will continue to expose and oppose such issues as a bloated voters list, the registration of ineligible persons to vote, the threats by the PPP against.
By the way, this is PNC's press conference yesterday, and I posted a picture. After 34 minutes, they had 24 people looking. How much family members Ganesh Maipal have? This is a serious question. How much family members Ganesh Maipal has? Does Norton has any family members? Who are these 24 people? You imagine these own people don't look at them? How much people would have been in at the time? Now, when a reporter is asking the question, is looking back at the video, live video a lot of times. So you got people watching. You got to watch for know what's going on. Right? So you got a couple of reporters on, like, you got 30-something members of parliament. Now, PNC, the head of the opposition. You got 30-something members of parliament. And PNC is holding a press conference. What are the 24 people looking at? The 30-something members of parliament family. The hopefuls The 300 and something people who will sign on to support PNC in the upcoming election. You got 300 something people. 24 people was listening to this press conference. Nobody gives a fuck about the PNC. Look at this piece of shit.
Against government workers who support opposition parties and
This is a constipated shit. The other one is a diarrhea shit. The difference between he and Azadin Mohammed is thickness of shit. But it's shit, both of them.
misuse of state resources by the PPP for campaign purposes. These issues remain front and center of our concerns. We continue to work through our GCOM commissioners for.
Now here, laugh. I am supposed to be objective in how I'm doing things. In how I dispense in the news. As a result of this jackass focusing on me, I calculate fuck it, I attacking the PNC because of he. He effectively make an enemy of the man with the largest platform and who makes the most impact on a daily basis. This piece of shit. They ain't got no logic with how they operating. No logic. He come there for me pump say stirring up shit. Can't vex it. Look at he's a piece of shit. They ain't even calculate, listen to me. Don't make an enemy of that man. Where's the wrong man? He has no cool. He's unhindered. Nobody can do nothing about it. Everybody give up and calculate, fuck it. You could sue, you could eat done. You got 3 months to election. Even being strategic and calculate, listen to me. Stay away from that one. So you could use the platform, you could go and tag things, because I still want to get a program. But I will be uncovering every time he come out, I uncovering his shit smell. Hello, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Critic.
Who was it? Hello? Hello? Yeah? Here this man. Yo, you will send this man to front. Not is the opposite, you send this man to front. Here fucking lie.
Claudette Singh and the PPP to come to the AFC, to other parties and persons who wish to team up with the APNU coalition.
Nobody want to team up with y'all. Hello?
Hey, you want to pay this over the whole thing. I have one question for us, man. Everybody thinking about this Mohammed thing, right? Why you want to know? If this man don't understand, right? If this, let me say, we put it up, you know, this man is presidency. Is it putting the whole country at risk to get this sanction? I wanted everybody running from
Venezuela. Venezuela scenario. Just look at it.
That's why you want to know, bro, because like,
Buddy, we have a wide cross section of delusional people. I highly suspect, and I spoke about it publicly, that the PPP knows that he can't make nothing. But he can destroy, no. They're using him to destroy the PNC. Because if you look at the PNC has nobody going to them or for them. But he is able to garner their supporters. Initially, Scrapehead was a PNC support base. People just doing madness, don't care nothing. Now it becomes a Muhammad support base because them man are looking for any handouts they could get, any pittance they could get. Yes, sir.
But you can't run for handouts, let it be straight. You can't run like, tell you what you have from a problem, so why? You have no
Let me hear. It is what it is. Let me listen to this press conference and give me opinion. Let me deal with this
We
shit.
are heartened by the responses thus far
Here.
and persons the increasingly louder call for an accord between APNU and AFC. As we have said before, we have not closed the doors to negotiations. Meanwhile, we continue to reach out to other parties and persons who wish to team.
You hear Conte? Y'all hearing it? This is them press conference yesterday. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Mr. Critic.
Quick about it, brother.
Why is the American government taking so long to come and get us due?
They have processes. They have processes that take in course. Now you have to stop calling this This is serious thing we talking, you know. But listen to this.
To negotiations. Meanwhile, we continue to reach out to other parties and persons.
Other parties and persons. All the APNU is the grouping of WPA and so. The small parties, Lennox Schumann and Ashiki Soon, JLP and TNM, done gone with PPP. Which parties you talking about, boy? The Mohammeds? Yeah, come and say I'll teaming up with the Mohammeds. Wow. Here insanity in a PNC press conference.
Who wish to team up with the APNU coalition.
I thought APNU was a force, or is a force to reckon with. Watch where they come down to. They're reaching out to parties to. You're supposed to go and beg the PNC to be a part of the PNC. Watch where they boil down to. This shit that be in the face of the party. A total waste with no history, no background. How you could get Malik do? You gotta get somebody with little experience, some credence. God, boy. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Am I on to the person that has egg to sell?
The person that what?
That sells egg?
No, you got it wrong number, man.
Oh.
I talking about the man's lay fucking egg, but I don't sell egg. I sure he's lay egg. Yes, sir. Hear this, boy.
We are heartened by the responses thus far and will be making some announcements.
They're hard. You waiting for make announcement? Get a Jordan jump ship. The Region 4 chairman jump ship. The man from Bar take a jump ship. And you waiting for make announcement? You need better make announcement fast. Or you waiting for close to election time? One announcement you got for make? The PPP got enough more for make. When you decide to make you one announcement, the PPP got a 10 for make. I carry on smartly. I don't know why they don't hire me for run the campaign.
Shortly. The third issue I wish to speak to has to do with the Form 2 of the requirements for GCOM.
Man, that's bullshit. Let me go to questions.
Began to do their work, especially in the far-flung regions, to gather the signatures needed. And what's better is the intention of it is correct, but the timing poses a problem. The timing poses a problem because from the time GCOM announced elections, there was the old form on their website, and political parties began to do their work, especially in the far-flung regions, to gather the signatures needed in order to satisfy the requirement. This decision, which was taken yesterday, poses a problem in the sense that it will now require political parties to expend additional resources to go and redo work that were already done.
Imagine the PNC is now saying, you understand what these people accepting publicly? Them are accepting that their mechanism is not such that they can pick up phones and do things. They got to go do work and find people and beg people for join them, for sign out for them. The biggest block of political opposition, Jesus Christ, watch what the PNC has come down to. Listen to what they're accepting publicly by. Political parties. What political party Ganesh can talk for? You got to talk for the fucking PNC. The PNC would have to do additional work now. And that poses a problem for them. Difficulty. Because people calculating you. Once people know we with y'all, it doesn't work out, it makes sense. If James Bond and Gita Chandan and everybody who say PvP doing well, what we doing with y'all? And people know, people could see that they ain't gonna win. When you catch yourself, the people them, what? Ganesh looking for sign up for the PNC? Must he done sign up with the Mohammed? Yeah. Bambaleti bam bam. Yeah. Remember? When you go to school, you used to pray, Bambaleti bam bam. I can tell miss. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let me hear the back bite.
In order to satisfy the requirement.
Let me hear
the signatures. And we also remember in 2023 when Barrett Janvio had to apologize to a family because a dead person's signature was on the form. So the move to make these forms better is, the intention of it is correct, but the timing poses a problem.
For the PNC.
Timing poses a problem because...
For the PNC. Nobody else ain't complain about it. Disarray. Confusion.
From the time GCOM announced elections, there was the old form on their website. And political parties began to do their work, especially in the far-flung regions, to gather the signatures needed in order to satisfy the requirement. This decision, which was...
If I need some signatures in Linden, right? I need some signatures in Linden. Anybody know how much signatures you need in Linden? Who is in Linden willing to give me a signature? Just put I. Would you give me your signature in Linden? Just put in the comments I. If you're from Linden, I want some signatures, I going to run. You gotta be credible. Just give me some signatures. Let me see how we could get this thing from Linden. I can't tell to Linden. Yeah, give me some I. I want to see how much signatures I could get in Linden. Who tune in from Linden? Baldio, you can't do it from America, but you got it from Linden. I try and forget. All right. Rupan Shah, Rajadat, Chef. Ormila, watch Ormila. Ormila Gosai. Ormila, I love you still. Imagine she gave me, and I just got she gave me shit thing from Linden. Linden coming in. Here a man heading up the opposition. Press conference and can't say he facing difficulties. Patricia Lee and Natasha Lee, well, yeah, Linden. Some things are known. Yes, it's from Linden. Aaron Prince go come back. He's a Linden now. He then can't be go come back and he can sign for me legit. Because he has a Guyanese passport and Guyanese ID card. Roger, should they bore bees, but she'll go back to Linden Natasha Lee. Forgive me in Linden. Right? Here this man here. Me on Punkanani. Who could dispute that he's a lump of shit? This is a lump of shit. Who could dispute that? If me on Punkanani and could sit down, hey, and get people to say, yes, we can support you 5, 10, 15, 20 people. Aye. Aaron Prince would fly back from Canada and come forgive me. He vote for sign up for election. Which you need done with the PVP, I'm telling you. He might even trick me and take me money, me travel money for come back and then sign up with the PVP. But the PVP don't got enough people. So they wouldn't even mind. No. I kid you not. Look at the comparison. I am viewing the press conference for what's supposed to be the largest block of opposition. A party that ran this country for 28 years. No, 32 years as a matter of fact. 33 years. 28 and 5. 33 years. Look at what it has come to. We are Punkanani can make them a scunt. I think I might just get in the race to take a couple seats from the PNC. I think I might just get in the race to take a couple seats from the PNC. Just fine pickings now. Anybody can form a political party and do better than the PNC. Because watch what the PNC come to. Ganesh Maipal is the high point in their life. I sure even the PNC people shame. Oh God, man. He's not my fun. Obviously, he's my fun. And I'm going to make sure I know the PNC know that this anger and frustration comes from Ganesh Maipal. They got an enemy. In addition to what don't know like them. Because they're liar. They've never done anything for anybody but themselves. But I'll make sure if anytime I see Ganesh Maipal face on any press conference saying anything, I will dissect it and destroy him.
Yesterday poses a problem in the sense that it will now require political parties to expend additional resources.
Just like how you just go to the fucking pump station, take a picture and do video. Go! Forget signature. Just like how you just walk and lie. Go! Forget signature. That's what you gotta do. Expend resources.
To go and redo work that were already done. And I must point out that the APNU have basically completed their signatures.
You completed your signatures, but it posing difficulty for who? You're talking for Muhammad? Like he talking for Muhammad. They can't even get a coherent press statement. You listen to this, people? As you go down, the story getting wilder. They have completed the thing, but they got problem. Here it is. I can't make it up.
Signatures needed in order to satisfy the requirement.
Here.
A dead person's signature was on the form. So the move to make these forms better is, the intention of it is correct, but the timing poses a problem. The timing poses a problem because from the time GCOM announced elections there was the old form on their website, and political parties began to do their work, especially in the far-flung regions, to gather the signatures needed in order to satisfy the requirement. This decision, which was taken yesterday, poses a problem.
This decision poses a problem. So there's a problem. As it relates to GCOM's decision on something, there's the posing of a problem as it relates to parties acquiring signatures. Simple.
In the sense that it will now require political parties to expend additional resources to go and redo work that were already done. And I must point out that the APNU have basically completed their signatures.
So what is the problem? The problem is you'd have to do added work to complete the signatures. But APNU has completed their signatures. Are you talking for the Mohammeds? What is the problem? Bear in mind he's reading from a statement. He could not realize that certain parts of the statement became redundant. Hello.
Hey, Critic.
Yeah, brother.
Good morning. You on your show?
Yeah, buddy. How can I help you?
Okay, I'm in a car. Let me ask you something. Don't you think that Mohammed and Jabir, when you were all friends together, feeding off each other in the past?
Jabir was friends with Mohammed?
Yeah, Jabir, Irfan Ali. How did
Jabir was never friends with Mohammed.
Didn't you think the PPP party was a friend of the Mohammed? Didn't they support them during the
What I got to do with anything? What I got to do with anything? He's now sanctioned and an outcast.
I'm telling you, weren't you friends with them also?
But I don't want to be sanctioned. What the fuck I gonna be friends with somebody who's a criminal I didn't know?
What I'm telling you, when people speak the truth about you guys just get very irritated.
No, what I'm gonna be irritated about? The matter of relationship between myself and the Mohammed is public information. He gets sanctions, I run for my life. What are we talking?
Yeah, but you guys were all friends. You were.
But like you fucking retarded. We were all friends, yes. He gets sanctioned, we run, boss, and scatter. Run for we life. Yes. We were all friends. I can't deny. He gets sanctioned. Everybody dart. What you want we do? Like, do you know? When a plane is about to get an accident, you know what I tell you? You fly, they tell you, give yourself oxygen first. You feel if you're there with your mommy and your baby and you're giving them oxygen, help yourself before you help anybody. If you're in a pool and you see somebody, or you there swimming in the river and somebody drowning, and you don't know for swim, what you fucking doing? You going in for safety? You will find out something about people drowning that you never found out before. Because they don't care that you are their friend, you're their mother, you're their father. They will hold on you and they will take you down with them. These are matter of facts in life. You ever tell you? Unless you're an avid swimmer and trained to save lives, the people swimming, you gotta know. When you go in, when you see somebody drowning, your daughter, your mama, your child, you go in and you collect them from the back of the neck. You don't allow their hands to come onto you. Because when they hold on you, they're taking you down. So in most cases, if you don't know to swim, it would be better to leave them. Because not one will drown, two will drown. Right? Just so you know. If you didn't know, now you know. Back to shit for brains.
And the completed work was done on the old form. Now we have to go and redo the very work that we did just a couple of weeks.
Now we have to go and redo the very work that we did. Yeah, this is, by the way, a press conference held by none other than PNC, People's National Congress, who it seems that even God has forsaken as a result of its association with this piece of shit.
Go. What it does also is that it calls for additional resources to be expended on this project. Additionally, the PPP, as we know, they are using state resources for campaign.
As who knows? Come on. Come on. As we, as PNC says. The same PNC that says that they have the winning SOPs. As we know, my Paul.
Purposes and also to gather their signatures. When we see Priya Manik-Chan in Region 9, or we see Susan Rodriguez in Region 8, or we see Colin Crowell in Region 1, and wherever else you see the other ministers are, they are.
Tell me something. Over the 5 years, have you guys been seeing ministers across the country? Have you guys been seeing ministers? Over the past 5 years, have you guys been seeing ministers across the country? Or it's only now they come out? Only now Ganesh Maipal see Susan Rodriguez and Colin Crowell and so only now we seeing them out there. Oh. Well, they didn't look in, as now they look in.
Are traveling on state resources paid for by the state, accommodation, meals, and the likes by the state, and they are also engaged in the same exercise the APNU is engaged in, which is to gather signatures to meet the requirement.
Well, take a drop on the plane. Take a drop, buddy. Hitchhike. Take a drop. You're trying to tell me the PPP got a look. A man from Lene begging me for hooky. I said, but I don't know the PPP. I don't know the party. I said, I'm a member of the party, but I know people I can introduce you to. People begging for joining the PPP. And PPP got to go there and look for lists. PPP got names coming and they're filtering out right now. For make sure y'all don't send in some names and then you hear them dead. Yes, sir.
We have to go and redo that now. And I must say that it is irresponsible for GCOM.
You calling me for wasting me fucking time, buddy?
This decision, knowing that this issue existed for quite some time now, and to make it at last days is not.
Man, I want to reach the question.
Thank you, Antonio.
Hold on.
For these elections to meet the timelines, and we will defeat the People's Progressive Party and take government come September 20.
And them man can't even get his signatures. It's 300. You know, get but 220,000 votes. Wow. Delusional confidence.
25. I thank you very much.
Thank you. At this time, I'll open the floor for questions on the press. Mr. Antonio Day.
Good morning, members of the press. Can you hear me?
Yes, we're hearing you.
Okay. Mr. Michael, good morning, sir. On the subject of GCOM, you are aware that they have not appointed a legal representative. And in the past, they have had a representative that has been impartial. So I would like to know from the opposition standpoint, given that Mr. Mandela recently said that he has offered legal opinions, but not legal advice, what are your thoughts about this, given that we're not supposed to have any person that is a candidate, because Mr. Mandela is a candidate, also he's a state's attorney. So your thoughts on this, sir?
Thank you, Antonio, and good morning to you also. Anil Nandala.
Hello, good morning. Yeah, quickly.
Yes. Here, I know you could help me. I live in Parkett, Harmony.
You gotta give me a call back later now.
Okay.
Al has a stake in elections 2025, as he also did in elections 2020. That is taking of consideration. It is not acting in the best interest of the guy. It will
Ain't making sense.
Adam
refuse to have
Adam Harris with the ignorance.
the AI
competent in that office. Thank you.
I see a hand on this, Adam Harris.
Yes, good morning all.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hey, so when Azardin has to submit the signatures to a GAP or a commission of affidavit or whatever, that's a lot of money to pay for those signatures to be, notarized or whatever. Wouldn't that establish a financial relationship, thereby sanctioning that GAP?
What I can tell you, sir, I could tell you, mere rubbing shoulders with Azadin Mohammed has caused Odessa Prime Minister to lose her visa.
I want to tell any GAP out there that signed any of those votes in that election documents so that Team Mohammed, they will be sanctioned.
No, well, I don't know. I'm waiting to see. Once I get documents that suggest signature, we still there?
Yeah, I don't want no GP sign nothing that I can get.
No, but me can't tell JP what to do, but what I can tell you, we get blackout, but we go in and what I can tell you is that when I get a document what JP sign, accept he collect money from Azadin Mohammed, is action.
Because it's 300 something signatures and 5,000, there's enough money, and that is a bona fide financial relationship for which you can be sanctioned.
Let me see what happen. Don't worry.
Good, bro.
Safe, brother. Yeah, my brother.
Yeah, my brother. We what's up that coming
740 6107. Let me go like guys, yeah, I'll take care. GPL come and something with GPL and PNC decide to shut me down.
640
No, 740 6107.
Alright, good.